I'm going to show you guys how to go about testing your bundles to ensure that you've actually received 100% unprocessed and 100% human hair. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you go in with your bundle is smell your bundle. Now this sounds weird, but you want to smell it because smells can be an indication of whether or not the hair has been processed. When I go in to smell this raw bundle from JHA, this is a raw wavy bundle. When I go in to smell it, it smells like shampoo, conditioner, whatever it is that my vendor used. This is a fresh bundle out of packaging. I haven't done anything to it. So again, when smelling it, I smell shampoo and conditioner. Generally speaking, when it comes to raw hair, you do not want your hair to have a smell. And if it does have a smell, then you are expecting it to smell like shampoo and conditioner. It should not smell like corn chips. It should not smell like harsh chemicals. It should just smell like, again, shampoo or conditioner or nothing. Now when it comes to processed hair, like hair from the beauty supply store or whatever it may be, hair from AliExpress, you may notice that you smell a corn chip smell. You may notice that you smell harsh chemicals. Those again are just indications of processing, and that's something that you do not want. Another thing to be on the lookout for whenever it comes to raw hair, real 100% unprocessed human hair, the texture. You want to look at the texture and see if you see any harsh uniform textures. When you look at this bundle, you see that there is some defined definition, but it's pretty much just doing its own thing. This is what real human hair looks like. This is what true unprocessed human hair looks like. You should not see a harsh S shape. You should not see tight curls. You shouldn't see anything that's not pretty much like this or like this on my head. The hair should be free, and the hair should be doing what natural hair does, which is its own thing. Another thing to take note of is the luster. I do have a ring light on, so it may appear a lot more shinier than it is, but raw hair is generally dull. It doesn't shine bright like a body wave from your favorite AliExpress hair company. That shine is another indication that the hair is processed. Raw hair does have a very natural luster. Luster is a word used to describe how much light reflects off of it, and I would say that this is a very medium luster. It's nothing too, you know, bright, nothing that stands out, nothing that really mimics what you would see typically on AliExpress. The reason why you see shiny hair whenever you purchase from AliExpress is because that hair was dipped in silicone and dipped in chemicals to give it a very nice coated appearance, and that's just not what you're looking for whenever it comes to 100% unprocessed human hair. So keep in mind that whenever you order raw hair, once you receive it and you're looking at it, you want it to have, you know, free-form shape. You don't want it to be tight and S shape. Again, this is a wavy bundle, and as you can see, it really doesn't compare to a body wave. It's not the same. It is not tight. It's not uniform. It's doing its own thing. As well as the luster, it is a medium to low luster, and it's not so high like you would see in terms of a Brazilian body wave, Peruvian body wave, or whatever else you may come across on AliExpress. You also want to take a look through your bundles, and you want to see if you can find filler hairs. Now, if you don't know what filler hairs are, I talked about this in one of my previous videos, but filler hairs are essentially pieces of plastic, pieces of red thread, random strings that you can find throughout your bundles. It's common whenever going through processed hair as well as hair from the beauty supply store. You just see random strings and pieces throughout your bundles, and those are used to make the bundle way more and look more fuller than it actually is. So go ahead and look through your bundle and see if you see anything of that nature. If you do, then you definitely are not dealing with 100% human, 100% unprocessed hair. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but this is a gray hair. When it comes to raw hair, you may notice that you see some gray hairs throughout your bundle. That is not something that you should be alarmed about. That is not a red flag. It is important to keep in mind that raw hair is human hair, and some people do have gray strands throughout their hair. And because the gray hairs are removed manually by hand in factories, it is possible that somebody forgot 1 or 2 strands. So if you don't want the gray hairs in your bundles, go ahead and just pluck them out yourself, but it is not something that you should be alarmed about. However, if you come across filler hairs, plastic, thread, random strings and pieces throughout your bundle, that is an alarm, and that is an indication that you are not dealing with 100% human, 100% unprocessed hair. If you come across something in your bundle and you're not sure if it's a gray hair or a filler hair, definitely go ahead and just conduct the burn test. Another way to test your hair to ensure that you've received 100% unprocessed, 100% human hair is to just go ahead and conduct the burn test. This test is a great way for you to see whether or not the hair is true human hair. When you're burning it, you want it to burn like your human hair. Go ahead and cut off a strand from this. See if it actually burns and turns into ash like real human hair does. So I'm actually gonna cut some strand, or I guess I can pull them out. I don't even have to cut them. I'm gonna pull a few strands out of this bundle. And I'm going to light it. And you guys will see how fast it burns, as well as what it looks like when it burns. Now, be careful. I should really be doing this over a sink, but I'm not doing that. Again, you want it to burn and turn into ash. And you want to take it and just ball it up in your hands. And it just turns into ash, literally. That is what human hair burns like. Human hair burns and turns into ash. It burns quickly and turns into ash, whereas plastic shrivels up and becomes like melted, which is common. You can find that in a lot of hair. Like if you were to burn hair from the beauty supply store, that's what you could expect and that's what you would see. So that is something that you do not want. As a matter of fact, I think I actually may have some braiding hair, so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So here's some expression braiding hair. I'm going to show you guys what it burns like so y'all can get a better idea. Just cutting some strands. Like, it won't turn into ash the way the hair did. It's kind of just here, and it's hard, and it's still there at the ends and the tips. Another great test to conduct is go ahead and try to style it with heat. See if it'll straighten, see if it'll curl, see if you can, go in and style it. And if you can, then chances are you're dealing with human hair. If it begins to melt, if it, begins to burn, especially if it's burning or melting before you've even reached 451 degrees, you are dealing with plastic. Human hair, like natural, healthy human hair, begins to burn at the point of 451 degrees Fahrenheit. Your bundle should not be burning below that degree. So if you cannot apply that much heat to it, 400 degrees or more, you're dealing with plastic. But we're gonna go ahead and see if we can straighten this. Okay, so this can be styled with heat. This can be curled. So we've seen that the hair can curl. We've seen that it can straighten. Another thing you want to look for is whether or not the hair will revert back to its natural texture once it's been washed. Once I've applied water to it, conditioner, shampoo, will it wave back up? If you flat iron your hair and it does not wave back up, curl back up, chances are you could be dealing with human hair, but it doesn't have its cuticles aligned nor intact. And that makes it non-REMI hair. And if it's non-REMI hair, then chances are it is not going to last you long at all. Also, the company probably did not tell you that it's non-REMI hair, so that's another thing to, be on the lookout for. You definitely want your hair to be able to straighten and be able to revert back to its natural pattern with no problem. Now before I wash it, I'm going to conduct the bleach test. You want to be able to bleach your bundles, and you should have no problem bleaching them. It shouldn't destroy the pattern, especially if done properly. Now I do not go in with a 40 volume. I go in with about a 30, 35. The one that I have right now is a 35, so that's what I'm going to go in with. But again, you should be able to bleach your bundles, and you should be able to still be able to wear them. I went in with neutralizing shampoo, and this will also help us determine whether or not it is 100% human hair. We are looking for pink suds. This is the same thing you would do if you were getting a relaxer. And if the water ran pink, or if there were pink suds, then that was an indication of some type of processing. And after straightening, it definitely does wave up. Now really quickly, I just want to show you the end result of the bundle after being bleached, washed, and conditioned. Remember, we did straighten it, and as you can see, we did go in and bleach it. And it still was able to maintain its curl pattern